I was there. I wrote that. You want to know what this shit means? This means I goon to femboys. And this means men should get pregnant. Let's watch the history of Romania explained in 10 minutes. Let's go. I'm Romanian if you don't know. Haha. Haha. You know, do you guys know I'm Romanian and flat? I know, crazy. Let's flip and go. Oh my god, that's literally me. I know. Okay, so fuck. Let me go to my memory. So it starts with the Dacic people, and they get colonized by the Romans, and they kind of like mix and intertwine a little bit because of the colonization. And then we're part of the Roman Empire for a bit. But then when that shit dissipates, we become like a thingy, and then we have the like. Don't spoil, bro, dude. You had like 600 years to catch up with this shit, man. What do you mean don't spoil? And then there's Stefan Cel, and then there's Vlad Tepes, he might be there too, and Alexandru Cel Mare. A lot of them are called just something the big. Oh, epic intro. You have Dazu to brew, how could I forget?
A nation of 20 million people, is located on the western shore of the Black Sea coast, north of the Danube River, and is dominated by the vast Carpathian Mountains.
Yeah, the Carpathian Mountains! Woo, 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 woo!
Range. Romanians speak a Latin-based language, related to modern-day Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, and French.
Yeah, see? I'm Latina, chat. Of course. See?
This area was inhabited by many prehistoric cultures, which evolved and thrived there for millennia. The controversial Tataria tablets, discovered on the Transylvanian plateau, are believed by some scholars to be the earliest form of writing yet uncovered. Others believing
we were the first ones to write. You guys didn't know to write, and we did. I was there. I'm a vampire, chat. I was there. I was literally there. Come on, chat. I was there. I wrote that. You want to know what this shit means? This means I goon to femboys. And this means men should get pregnant.
the talismans to merely be meaningful symbols, later derivations of Mesopotamian scripts, or inauthentic. During the Bronze to Early Iron Age, it is widely hypothesized that these indigenous cultures merged with Indo-European speaking newcomers, who developed into the closely related...
Fun fact, chat. That's a statue of me. That one you can tell is not me because of her tits and wide hips. But that one is me. That is a statue of me because, again, I was there. I was there, chat. You can see, look at the belly. Wait, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at the belly, look at the belly, look. You see? Same belly. Pa pensar, mijo. Pa pensar.
Merged with Indo-European speaking newcomers, who developed into the closely related Getae, Dacians, and Thracians, who were renowned throughout the Greek world for their fighting prowess, and were highly prized as mercenaries. Although the Getae and the Dacians shared the same language and had similar religious customs compared to those of the Thracians to the south, they were not united, being split up into dozens of rival tribes. This changed after incursions from the Scythians.
It's crazy that we have information of this. Like, how do we know? How do we know about the Roxolani? Huh? How do you know about the Albicenses? Huh? That's crazy.
And Celtic tribes, who seem to have likely dominated the Carpathian region for a short while, before being driven out. Larger and larger coalitions of tribes formed, until Burebista united them all into a single powerful kingdom, which conquered the Greek colonies along the Black Sea coast.
Yeah, I told you. I spoiled this. I pre-watched Dacia, chat. I told you. There's a car named like this now, and that's the legacy of this long-forgotten empire is the car. It's cheap cars, chat. Cheap cars.
During the Roman Civil War, Burebista allied with Pompey Magnus against the victorious Julius Caesar, who planned a campaign against this large threatening state on its northern border. This war would never come to pass, as Caesar and then Burebista both fell prey to the assassin's dagger in the same year. As with the Romans...
Aww, that's romantic. They got assassinated together. Aww. Aww, is this doomed yaoi, chat? Is this doomed yaoi? Aww. Old man doomed, yowie.
Senators, the Dacian aristocracy feared their traditional privileges were threatened by a powerful autocrat consolidating too much power. For several generations, Dacia would fragment into 4 and then 5 different kingdoms.
Crazy how English pronunciations are so weird to me. I never considered that Dacia could be Dacia. You know, until now, I never considered that Dacia could be Dacia.
Based on shifting tribal alliances, Dacia would once again become a threat to Rome when united under Decebalus. During the particularly inept reign of the Emperor Domitian, the Dacians successfully invaded the Roman province of Moesia. During the ensuing war, the Romans beat back the Dacians across the Danube, only to suffer a disastrous defeat while pursuing them, and agreed to a humiliating treaty where Rome paid Dacia 8 million sesterces every year.
It doesn't last. Spoilers. Spoilers, chat. It don't last long.
In turn, Dacia accepted the status of being a Roman client kingdom. After a few years of respite, the Roman Emperor Trajan would wage 2 wars against
Dude, he has a bowl cut. Oh my god, he has my bangs. Oh my god, he literally has my bangs, but like backwards. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Yo, look you up. Thank you for the sub. Thank you.
Decebalus. During these wars, the Dacians often used shock troops, armed with 2-handed swords that were so effective at piercing Roman helmets that they were modified with a pair of crossbars over the dome of the helmet to mitigate the damage from this weapon. However, the full might of the Roman Empire, combined with a competent emperor focused on Dacia, was too much. Decebalus took his own life while being pursued, rather than being captured and paraded through the streets of Rome.
Yeah, that's him. He's in the rock. He's in the stone, chat. He's in the stone. You know, it would be cooler if he was built back in the ancient times and it survived, but no, it was built in 1994.
Ending the decades-long Dacian threat, tens of thousands of Dacians were enslaved and taken to other parts of the empire, while the new Roman province was heavily colonized, especially with Roman military veterans, as had been done with Spain generations before. Although the Dacian heartland had been taken, there were free Dacians on the outskirts of the province, allied with Sarmatian and other northern tribes, that raided and attempted to retake the province for decades. This vulnerable province was the focus of intense Latinization. Of the many inscriptions of names found dating to Rome,
Mount Rushmore is also a modern construct. Yeah, man, because America is a modern construct. How long has it been around for? 200 years? We're talking ancient history here, okay, dude? Sit down.
Roman Dacia, a very high proportion, are Latin. After 168 years, the Romans withdrew their legions south of the Danube River. The Germanic Visigoth tribe moved south to dominate the...
Chat, sad truth about the Visigoths. They did not have big titty goth girls in the Visigoths. Chat. It's the truth. It's the truth. There were no big titty goth girls.
Area afterwards. The Roman Emperor Constantine built a bridge across the Danube and re-established the Roman province of Dacia for a short time, earning himself the title Dacius Maximus. After the Romans withdrew yet again, the Goths, and then a new tribe of uncertain origin, the Gepids, established themselves as rulers of the region north of the lower Danube River. The Gepids allied with Attila the Hun during his conquests, and after the disintegration of that short-lived empire, they established themselves as the premier power in the region, receiving tribute of 100 pounds of gold each year from the Romans. The Gepid kingdom came to an end after invasions from Romans, Lombards, and Avars, a force of 20,000 horsemen, likely related to Turkic peoples of the steppe. Initially allied with the Eastern Romans, they then terrorized the empire.
Chaganate? Dude. This is word. This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come.
In over 200,000 captives. They were allied with migrating tribes of Slavs and Bulgars, who intermingled with and gradually replaced the Avars in a more established state.
How the Slavs get in there. Dude, this guy has such a soothing voice. Holy smokes.
The first Bulgarian Empire came to dominate the entire region.
The Bulgarians, they can never let us have the littoral. Please, just a little bit of the littoral, Bulgaria, please. Please, you already have all of it, bro. Just one more inch of littoral, please.
A longtime enemy and occasional ally of the Byzantine Eastern Romans. Beginning in the late 9th century, the semi-nomadic Magyars conquered the Carpathian Basin and
Sorry, something on the screen that left a very bad taste in my mouth. I don't know why. So all of a sudden, I feel a very bad taste in my mouth. Damn.
Sylvanian Plateau. The Bulgarian Empire collapsed soon afterwards due to attacks from both the Kievan Rus and then the Byzantine Roman Empire. During this time, the Latin-speaking Vlachs, as the Greek-speaking Eastern Romans referred to them as, gained greater autonomy within and on the fringes of the Kingdom of Hungary. In the mid-13th century, the Mongol Empire devastated the kingdoms and principalities of Eastern Europe.
Damn.
After the Mongols withdrew, 3 Latin-speaking states
Everyone
formed:
wanted all the land, huh?
Transylvania, Moldavia, and Wallachia.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's where it's me. I'm in the red one. That's me. That's me. That's me. Green. Gross. Gross. Gross.
Transylvania was a semi-independent vassal of the Kingdom of Hungary, as was Moldavia, although it maintained a much higher degree of autonomy, given its more remote location. In 1330, Wallachia defeated a much larger Hungarian army, establishing itself as a fully independent state. This independence would last for less than 100 years. Wallachia allied with Hungary against an even greater foe, the Ottoman Turks.
Oh yeah, I remember those guys. I do remember those guys, chat. Do you remember the Ottoman Empire? I do.
After repeated campaigns, they became an Ottoman vassal in 1417, paying a large yearly tribute in exchange for retaining independent rule. During the turbulent time that followed in Wallachia, they fought against themselves as often as they rebelled against the Turks, which was often, usually triggered by failure to pay the yearly tribute, most notably under Vlad Tepes.
That's my uncle. That's my uncle. I mean, he's not really my uncle, but I call him uncle because we're close like that. We're close like that. I'm this guy's jester, Chad. Of course. I'm his jester, and he loves my jokes. He loves my jokes. Like, he loves. When I hit him with what small balloon goes up the wall, warm in a tracksuit, this guy on the floor, man. On the floor, dude. Yeah.
Known as Vlad the Impaler or Vlad Dracula, he became renowned throughout Europe, not only for the devastating defeats he dealt the Ottoman Empire, but also for his legendary cruelty, which hundreds of years later would inspire the fictional character Dracula. During the long reign of Vlad's contemporary.
Fictional? No about that. And then he had his son, whose name was Adrian Fahrenheit Tepes.
Stefan the Great of Moldavia. That state reached the height of its power, influence, and independence. One of the greatest military commanders of his day, he won 48 of 50 battles.
So just to clarify, Vlad still thinks that he stabbed dead people through their ass and up their mouths? No, sometimes he was alive, people.
Defeated larger armies of Polish, Ottoman, and Hungarians. However, after his death, Moldavia, as well as Wallachia, Transylvania, and Hungary, fell under increased Ottoman influence and control. However, the relationship between the Ottoman Empire and these client states...
I'm sorry, I keep lagging, so that means my fucking task manager, like, there's this, for some reason, there's this obvious browser page that just takes so many resources. It does usually get better after I end it. I'll close that. Dude, my PC is breaking. I don't know what to do about it.
Was extremely complex and frequently changed. Often near complete autonomy was granted in exchange for tribute payments of gold and men to fill the ranks of the Ottoman army.
East Hungary! It's only 50% white lag. I have no idea. I genuinely don't know why. I keep getting like these stutters, these freezes. It's definitely not normal. I'm biding my days.
During the reign of Michael the Brave, a large, unified, fully independent native state was established on...
Michael the Brave! Yeah, yo, Blue Jimmy, thank you for the raid. Welcome, welcome. We're watching the history of Romania, and I'm Romanian. I remember Michael. He was a good friend. He was a good friend, I say.
Both sides of the Carpathian Mountains for the first time since Decebalus had ruled Dacia. This state was short-lived, as Michael the Brave was assassinated.
No.
And the Ottomans gained control again a few years later. Hungary regained its lost territory.
Out!
And Transylvania once again became a Hungarian vassal state. The Russian and Ottoman empires fought many wars, often involving this region. The early 19th century saw a brief period of Russian control of Wallachia and Moldavia, and a series of uprisings and rebellions against the Russian,
we used to be Russia's penis. Russia's crooked little dick. Look at that. Damn.
Hungarian, and Ottoman rule, as nationalist sentiment continually grew, with the goal of uniting all Romanian-speaking people. Wallachia and Moldavia unified, and obtained their liberty from the Ottoman Empire after the Romanian War of Independence with Russian support, establishing the Kingdom of Romania in 1881. With the outbreak of World War I, Romania declared neutrality, as it was squeezed between three great powers. Romania joined the war 2 years later in 1916. By the war's end, Romania had suffered over 500...
Oh my god! Oh my god, we were a little slither.
1,000 casualties. They had been motivated by the desire to join with the 3 million Romanians of Transylvania. In the treaties following the war, and the collapse of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, this is how Poland feels. Creating Greater Romania during the interwar period.
Greater Romania! This is when the fish had hair. The fish used to have hair, chat. Look at the littoral. Look at the littoral, chat. Look at the littoral. Man. The littoral.
Period. During World War II, Romania again had little desire to join the war, including relinquishing large portions of territory. Until under threat of invasion by the USSR, Romania joined the Allied cause. After the war, the Socialist Republic of Romania was established.
We lost the littoral. We only have this much left now. We only have this much left. You could have had the whole thing, man.
Communist Party forcing the king to abdicate the throne and abolish the monarchy. For 24 years, Nicolae Ceausescu governed the state.
Okay, I understand. I understand the Nicolae, but how do you get Ceausescu from Ceausescu? Okay, bro, how do you get Ceausescu from Ceausescu?
Maintaining close ties with the Soviet Union until the Romanian Revolution of 1989, which led to his capture and execution. In 1991, a new constitution was drafted with a free market economy, establishing the modern state of Romania. In 2004, Romania joined the European Union.
Chad, did you know that the people who made Romania were big fans of Sama Saba, which is why they made the Romanian country shaped like a fish? Because they loved Saba's streams, chat. They did.
In recent times, there has been a movement for reunification with Moldova, which, unlike Romania, had been part of the USSR. And a big shout out to Cosmin, who has been patiently requesting this video.
Cosmin? You call Cosmin Cosmin? Can you make video about history of Romania, please? Hello, Eftemus, please do a video about the Kingdom of Romania. Can we longer? Eftemus, can you do a video about the Dacians? Do history of Romania, please. Do history of Romania. Please, history of Romania. Cosmin, what? Cosmin, what? Oh. Damn, Cosmin got us this video. Shout out Cosmin. Shout out Cosmin's second name.